Imagine reading some random stuff on Reddit when a new mail pops off. You open the mail that says that your unclaimed payment over $10,500 in Africa has been released and is ready to be paid. You just have to enter your credit card number now to receive all the money. What do you do? Such mails or messages are known as phishing, spam, scam, junk, or hoax. This describes attempts to obtain data of an internet user through fake websites, emails, or short messages in order to enrich oneself, such as identity theft, account looting, or just with the goal to harm a specific persons. Thereby the good faith of the victim is exploited. How to recognize such messages, what happens if you fall for it, and what you can do about it, you will learn in this video. Phishing attacks are at their highest level in 3 years. According to APWG's Phishing Activity Trends Report for Q1 2020, phishing attacks rose to a level that hasn't been observed since 2016, with over 60,000 phishing sites being reported in March alone. Symantec telemetry shows that Microsoft Office users are the most at risk of falling victim to email-based malware, with Office files accounting for 48% of malicious email attachments, jumping from 5% in 2017. They also saw fewer URLs used in malicious emails as attackers refocused on using malicious email attachments as a primary infection vector. However, every 10th URL was identified as malicious. The top email buzzwords connected to phishing are urgent, request, important, payment, attention, outstanding payment, info, important update, attention in short, or transaction. According to the Symantec Security Internet Threat Report 2019, the top email themes for phishing in 2019 were bill, email delivery failure, package delivery, legal/law enforcement, and scam document. The highest chances of receiving malicious mails are given in the following attachment types: doc or dot, exe, rtf, xls, xlt, jar, html or htm, followed by docx, vbs, xlsx, and pdf. To be able to learn about phishing, spam, and scam, we have to go deeper into the topic. Let's have a look to some examples. Traditionally, an attacker sends an email disguised as notification, such as invoice or receipt, to trick their target. The attached Office file then contains malicious script that would be executed as soon as opening it. Another prominent way of achieving the attacker's target is having the victim clicking on a link to a faked website and to have the victim insert personal data, such as credit card number, email and passwords, or personal ID. The attacker is then able to further use this data or sell it to other criminals or even unserious companies. Since not always a person would upload their data or download a malicious file, phishing attacks were launched through massive spam campaigns that would have indiscriminately targeted large groups of people. The aim was to trick as many people as possible into clicking a link or downloading a malicious attachment. However, as the general public has become more aware of the scams available when being on the internet, the attackers have become more sophisticated and targeted in their approach. To be able to learn about phishing, spam, and scam, we have to go deeper into the topic. Let's have a look to some examples. Spear-Phishing is a more targeted attempt to steal sensitive information and typically focuses on a specific individual or organization. These types of attack use personal information that is specific to the individual in order to appear legitimate. The cybercriminals will often turn to social media and company websites to research their victims. Once they have a better understanding of their target, they will start to send personalized emails which include links which, once clicked, will infect a computer with malware. This example shows a more targeted try of a spam mail that looks like a mail from Netflix. This mail is a try to have a receiver that actually watches Netflix and may think this mail therefore is legitimate. After clicking on the link, the receiver may enter his payment methods, which will then get lost to the hackers. Phishing, on the other side, refers to phishing scams that take place over the phone. It has the most human interaction of all the phishing attacks but follows the same pattern of deception. The fraudsters will often create a sense of urgency to convince a victim to divulge sensitive information. The call will often be made through a spoofed ID, so it looks like it's coming from a trustworthy source. A typical scenario will involve the scammer posing as a bank employee to flag up suspicious behavior on an account. Once they have gained the victim's trust, they will ask for personal information such as login details, passwords, and PIN. The details can then be used to empty bank accounts or commit identity fraud. What distinguishes the whaling category of phishing from others is the high-level choice of target. A whaling attack is an attempt to steal sensitive information, and is often targeted at senior management. Whaling emails are a lot more sophisticated than your run-of-the-mill phishing emails and much harder to spot. The emails will often contain personalized information about the target or organization, and the language will be more corporate in tone. A lot more effort and thought will go into the crafting of these emails due to the high level of return for the cybercriminals. Smishing is a type of phishing which uses SMS messages as opposed to emails to target individuals. It is another effective way of cybercriminals tricking individuals into divulging personal information such as account details, credit card details, or usernames and passwords. In these examples, a fake SMS is received from Apple with the message that the Apple ID will expire soon, if login credentials are not verified. For verification, the receiver should visit a linked website that seems very suspicious. Clone phishing is where a legitimate and previously delivered email is used to create an identical email with malicious content. The cloned email will appear to come from the original sender but will be an updated version that contains malicious links or attachments. This clone phishing mail, for example, shows a mail that seems to be sent from Amazon Prime and could actually be sent with similar content by Amazon. The hackers therefore copy a mail that could be real and add malicious links to it. We are all human. We all make mistakes. Some errors happen when we're in a hurry or so busy that we don't pay attention. Clicking on an unknown link is something that can happen to anyone, despite their best intentions. But what can actually happen? A successful phishing attack can result in identity theft, theft of sensitive data, loss of usernames and passwords, reputational damage, loss of intellectual property, unauthorized transactions, credit card fraud, installation of malware, and data can be sold to further criminals. Here's what you should do when these things happen to you. The first thing you need to do if you clicked on a phishing link is immediately disconnect your device from the internet. This prevents malware from spreading to other devices connected to your network. If you're using a wired connection, then simply unplug it from your computer or laptop. If your device is connected to the internet through Wi-Fi, then disconnect it from your network. Back up your files. When recovering from any cyber attack, data may be erased or corrupted. Save your essential files in an external drive before attempting to repair your computer. Remember that photos or videos would need a bigger storage space. Look for flash drives that have terabytes in storage space. Scan your system. Use antivirus software to run a full scan on your computer. Do it offline. Follow the instructions on the screen to quarantine or remove malware. If you don't have an antivirus program, use Windows Defender or get free ones online like Avast or Kaspersky. Change your passwords. Change your passwords to protect your email, bank account, social media, shopping, and other accounts. Again, use another device when you do this. Make sure that you don't use the same password for different accounts and make them hard to guess. Reach out for help. If you are not very tech savvy, you may feel more comfortable bringing your device to a friend, family member, or professional. Never allow any embarrassment at having clicked a malicious link prevent you from seeking out help. Experts see this kind of thing all the time and are always eager to help without judgment. If you enjoyed this video, tell me what you liked about it and maybe tell me in which topics of data security you are still interested in. Do not forget to leave a like and maybe even a subscription. Thanks, your Nigerian Prince.